It was meant to be just another playoff debut, but for Caitlin Clark, it became a nightmare in just 90 seconds. Right from the start, things went south. The crowd gasped as Clark went down, clutching her eye in visible agony. What had happened? One detail quickly surfaced. It wasn't a random fall. Clark had been deliberately poked in the eye by Suns guard Dijonai Carrington. Cameras zoomed in, capturing the aftermath, and Clark's squinted face said it all. The injury was real, and so was the pain. Carrington's sharp poke had clearly done damage, but to everyone's shock, the referees allowed the game to continue with no call. For many, this would have been a game-ending injury. But Caitlin Clark? She wasn't going to let this stop her. Moments after receiving attention on the sideline, she re-entered the game, despite the black eye now forming. But fans watching at home saw what Clark wouldn't say. Her game was off. The sharp-shooting star who had made a name for herself with her deadly precision struggled mightily. In the first half alone, Clark missed all 6 of her 3-point attempts and made only 1 out of 9 shots. She was a shadow of her usual self, managing just 3 points by halftime. Meanwhile, her swollen eye only worsened, raising concerns about her ability to play at full capacity. But the real story wasn't just Clark's struggle. It was the one unfolding on the other side of the court, where Dijonai Carrington's every move was now being scrutinized by fans, players, and eventually, ESPN. The game's intensity only built as time went on, with tempers boiling on both sides. The pressure mounted, but Carrington seemed unfazed, or so it appeared. Then something happened. Late in the game, Clark, playing through her pain, unintentionally caught Carrington in the eye during a contested play. Carrington's contact lens popped out, and she was visibly annoyed. Then, in a moment she might later regret, Carrington was overheard muttering, "If that's anyone else, it's a foul." Here was Carrington, the very player who had poked Clark in the eye without consequence, now complaining about what she believed was unfair treatment. Almost instantly, social media exploded. "You gave her a black eye and now you're upset?" one fan tweeted furiously. "This is hypocrisy at its finest," another commented. But it wasn't just fans who were upset. Carrington's actions had crossed a line for many, and ESPN didn't hold back. In a heated post-game analysis, the network's top sports commentators laid into Carrington, with one commentator even calling her behavior childish. "Carrington may have gotten away with that poke in the game," Stephen A. Smith began during the broadcast, his voice rising with intensity. "But in the court of public opinion, she's done." Another analyst chimed in, "This was no accident. You don't accidentally poke someone's eye with that much force." Clark was struggling out there, clearly affected by what happened. And Carrington, instead of showing any remorse, she doubles down with that ridiculous comment. The tension was palpable as the ESPN panel didn't hold back, pointing out Carrington's history of physical play and past run-ins with Clark. It wasn't just about one moment, they argued. It was the culmination of a growing rivalry, with Carrington consistently pushing the boundaries of what was acceptable on the court.